Hi everybody. Okay, so today I thought that I would do a full face of e.l.f. products, e.l.f. Cosmetics, e.l.f. I think it stands for eyes, lips, face. If you're not familiar with it, but I think most people are. So I'm gonna do a full face of e.l.f. I think I'm gonna use only e.l.f. Brushes as well, and their sponge. So I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is apply my Putty Eye Primer from e.l.f. It works really well. I've used it for the past couple weeks. I have really oily eyelids, and it really seems to work for me. It keeps my eye makeup from creasing. It doesn't smudge. It stays all day. So it's been really good to me. So I'm gonna get some of that. Just kind of got to warm it up a little bit on your finger. That's what works best for me anyway. I've seen some people apply it with a brush, but I've had the best luck just using my finger. So I do that just all over my lid and up, you know, into my crease to help keep it from creasing. I do have hooded eyes, as you can see, so I've always had a big problem with creasing for my whole life since I've been doing makeup. So get a little bit on there, and my mirror is right above my phone, so if it looks like I'm looking way up above, I am a little bit, because that's where I've got my mirror sitting. It's just behind you guys and above. Okay, so I started doing my eyes first not too long ago. I used to always just do my face first and then my eyes, and doing your eyes first is so much easier. Any fallout, any mistakes, it's so much sort of, not that makeup should be stressful, but it's less stressful. You don't want to do, you know, your whole face and get it looking nice and then decide that you hate your eye and want to take it all off. So this way, if you totally just hate it, you can just remove it all, start all over again, and you don't have to worry about doing the rest of your face all over again. Okay, so I got that done. I'm gonna go ahead while that's kind of sitting for a minute. I'm gonna do my face primer as well. It's also from e.l.f. It's called Illuminating something. I can't remember the name of it. I'm so sorry. I got it straight from e.l.f. Like I ordered it from their website. I think they've changed the packaging or something though. It was the illuminating one, and I know that the box I got it in said the right name, but it's pink now, or like a blush color in the stores when I've seen it. So I don't know if they sent me the wrong one. I don't know. Or if it's just they've changed their packaging or what, but I like this one. It works pretty well for me so far. I've got pretty oily combination skin and this does okay for me. So I'm just gonna apply it to my T-zone. Get it rubbed in really well. And it feels nice going on. And like I said, it seems like it does a good job. So, okay. Oh, and sometimes I've found if I do my primer and then put a setting mist over it, it actually seems to work really well. And I have this one that it's actually called a primer mist. It's from e.l.f. But you can use it as setting spray too. So I'm going to use it now, and then after I get my face done, I'm going to use it as a setting spray as well. So you shake it up, and it's this one here. I think they still carry this one. I've had it for a little while, but I like it. It smells nice. So put some of that on. Fan myself a little. And so, like I said, I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm going to use mostly this Rose Gold Sunset palette that I've had for a while by e.l.f. It's got some really pretty colors in it. There it is. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm also gonna use from one of these little bite-sized palettes. This is Truffles. No, this is Carnival Candy. I'm gonna use that lightest shade just because there's not a sort of, you know, flesh colored, I guess, or nude for me, shade in the rose gold palette. So I'm gonna use that as well. Let me see what brushes I've got here. Dug through all my, I don't have very many e.l.f. makeup. I have a lot of makeup brushes, but not shadow brushes from them. So I had to scrounge around, and a couple of them are real old, so they definitely don't sell this particular style in store anymore. But that's okay. So for my blending brush, which I'm gonna put on this color here, I'm gonna use just this e.l.f. brush here. It's called 205. So it's just kind of a fluffy, you know, blending brush or whatever. So I'm gonna do that. Just put that color everywhere to begin with. And these bite-sized palettes, I have a couple of them. And they're pigmented, they're nice. I like them. I haven't had much trouble. I had trouble with this blue in this palette the first time I used it, but once I figured out sort of the best way to apply it, it went a lot better the next time I used it. Last Friday, I think, for a blue and sort of silvery color look that I did. Okay, so I just got a little bit of that on. I'm gonna use that to blend later too. So now I think I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's sort of a really light, sort of rosy color. And I'm gonna kind of put that in my crease a little bit. This Rose Rose palette does, it's been a little while since I've used it, but I think it has quite a bit of fallout. The colors are really nice, and they're pigmented, you know, just fine. I don't have really any complaints, but there are several of the shades that do have a lot of fallout, so. And again, I've got hooded eyes, so I'm going sort of above my crease here, so it'll actually, you know, show when I've got my eye open. I'm not going for a super harsh look today. I think I want to do something kind of light. We'll see how it turns out though. Who knows? It might end up being dramatic. You never know with me. Okay. And my face is red, my neck is red. It's so hot here. The humidity is so bad. I'm in central Oklahoma. I know it's been hot everywhere. I think across the whole US, but oh, this humidity, y'all, it's terrible. Let's see, a little bit up there. Okay. And I'm definitely no expert. I've been doing makeup since I was about 13 or 14. I'm 43 now, but I still not super great at it. I'm definitely not somebody that totally knows what they're doing, so just bear with me. Okay, I think I'm gonna take for my sort of outer corner to deepen that up. I think I'm gonna go with this darker color here. I don't even know what you call it. What do you think? It's kind of maroon, really, but I'm gonna take, oh, you know what? I didn't show you the brush for the last one. Again, I don't know if they carry these anymore. I'm sure they carry some version, but this one is the Defining Eye Brush, the e.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. That was the one I used for this shade. And this one is called the e.l.f. Eye Crease Brush. It's really stiff though. So, I use it to sort of pat color on do that here, just to darken up that outer edge and a little bit into the actual crease. And I'll probably bring this color down below later also, I think. Right, we've got that for now. I think I'm gonna go back in with that first shade and just a little more up here. Try to get them even as I can. Okay. And then for sort of this middle, or not middle, but you know, inner area and the rest of my lid, I'm gonna take this pretty gold shade here and go in with, this is just a flat sort of, just called the eyeshadow brush, but as you can see, it's sort of just a flatter brush here. So just kind of pack some of that color on. Sort of blend it together with that darker shade there. Okay, how's that looking? Okay. Bring it up just the tiniest bit. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that in my inner corner too, just with my pinky, just to bring a little light there. Now I'm going to go back in with that blending brush from earlier, and I'm actually going to use just the tiniest bit, I think, of the gold color to bring some highlight up here to my brow bone and just blend out any harsh edges that there might be and blend everything together a little bit right there. Okay, so let's see. I might take a little bit of that first shade just one more time, darken that up just the tiniest bit. So hard with hooded eyes, you know. Make sure that your shadow doesn't just disappear. And now that darker shade, do that again, just add a little bit of dimension back in that might have gotten blended out, just so that when you close your eyes, you know, you can definitely catch that. Okay, pink maybe. Okay, I think maybe that's it for that. I might come back in later, just set them to the side for now. And for my liner, I'm just going to do a little bit of brown liner. And I have some of, again, it's e.l.f. Everything's e.l.f. today. And it's the, I don't know what it's called, brow pomade or whatever, brow gel. Not brow. I said brow 3 times. It's liner. And I'm not super great with it. I've only used it a few times. And I do not, I'm gonna have to grab this mirror to do this up a little bit closer. Okay. And for it, I'm also using a e.l.f. brush. It's just their, I think it's called the angled liner brush. I'll double check here in a second. Angled eyeliner, that's what it's called. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm covering you guys up. I wear glasses, so it's always a struggle. Okay, now to do my other eye. Let's see here. Okay, if I get some on there. Okay, trying again. Let's see, go this way. I usually try to start about halfway in. And then kind of blend this at first, you know, this inner corner edge out. Okay, that one's not perfect, but it's there. Okay, get that back so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so we got that. Looking okay, not too bad. And did I show you guys this brush? I know you saw it when I was putting it on, but yeah, it's just the angled liner brush. So it has the little tiny angled part, you know. Oh, you know what I did say I was gonna do, and I think I am. I'm gonna take some of that, a little bit darker color, just a tiny bit down there. To add a little something, just a little, and make sure it's joined. I'm just going about 3/4 of the way in, and I might take a little bit of that that's left on the gold from here and sort of connect them together, bring a little bit more light down there to the edges of the corners. Okay. Okay, so I think that's my eyes for today. I'll do some touch-ups later if I need to. And now I'm gonna do my foundation. So I went ahead and picked up the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I have not tried it before, so we'll see how that goes. I got it in the color Natural. It says it's fair to light with a neutral undertones, so we'll see what happens. It might be a little light for me, I don't know. But I will find out. It has a nice pump on it, so I'm gonna pump a little bit of that out. And just dot a little on. I've read some pretty good reviews, but a lot of them had dry skin. So I will be curious to see how that works. The smell is odd. I don't know what it smells like. It's a strange smell. I've got to go wet my brush because I forgot. Actually, hey Valerie, would you wet my sponge for me again like you did the other day?
Okay.
I forgot to wet my sponge. Oh, that's the dirty side. Sorry. I used it once and haven't cleaned it since. Would you wet that again like you did the other day? Thank you. So I've used that sponge a few times and I like it. I had another one that just like a cheap one that I had that I never really liked it. I still have it, but not that this one isn't. This one's inexpensive too. It was $4, I think. Thank you, baby. Huh? Yeah, it's fine. So, but yeah, I like this one. So I'm gonna use that real quick. Get started here. See how it does. Do what, baby? No, not right now. I'm doing this, okay? Okay. The smell of this foundation is really odd. I don't like it very much. And I'm not... Fragrance doesn't usually bother me much, but this does not smell good. The coverage looks okay. I'm gonna have to go back in and build up over my cheeks like I always do. Valerie, shh. Okay, just this one, okay? Okay, but yeah, the coverage doesn't look terrible. It's not blending easily by any means, but it's okay. I've got time to work with it. Valerie, can you go in there, baby? Okay, let me do this one. Okay. I usually let her come and join them, but I wanted to do this one just by myself today. Okay. It's getting there. So what do you guys prefer? Do you use a beauty blender or sponge? Brushes. I typically use brushes on most foundations. I think on the website it said, get that in my hairline. It said, like I think you can apply it any way you want, which I guess you technically can apply anything any way you want, but I think on their website it said that a sponge is preferred. I don't know if it's because it is kind of hard to blend, because it kind of is. At least it feels like it is to me. I feel like I'm bouncing my face off here. Okay. And I'm gonna go back in and try to build up a little extra on my cheeks. And see if I can get some of that redness down. And again, I have to do that on most foundations. It's not, the coverage on this really seems nice. So it's definitely just that I'm an extra peach person, especially in my cheeks. So no fault to the foundation there at all. Okay, we're getting there. Make sure I get my nose creases. Okay, what do you guys think about that? It looks a little, I think they call it a, what is it, satin, right? It looks satin. Doesn't look quite dewy, so I think satin is a good descriptor on me. Make sure I get down here a little bit more. neck is really red today because I'm hot. Get my ears a little. Okay. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm satisfied. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels like a light foundation. The coverage seems fine to me. It definitely, you can see some glow, some dewiness, I think, but I think I would do satin. I don't think it looks dewy necessarily. It's getting there, like it's on the verge, but please excuse my hair after yesterday's rag wave fiasco and then all the humidity. It's not cooperating. Okay, so I also picked up something that I know a bunch of people love and I have not tried yet. The 16-hour camo concealer. I didn't know what shade to get, so I got light peach. Might be way too, it looks really light, so it might be terrible, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Ooh, that's a big old doe foot. Okay, and I usually just do a couple of dots. Someone said that it needs to set for just a bit, and I might break a rule here and go in. The only one I have in here is a big one. I might go in with a concealer brush too. I'm not very good at doing it with my fingers. This one is Bare Essentials. I don't know if it'll focus or not. Max Coverage Concealer Brush. So my e.l.f. brush that I don't have an e.l.f. concealer brush, I don't think. I do, but I use them for, actually for nail polish cleanup. So they all have acetone on them, so I'm not going to use one of those. Okay, oh, it got a little too close there. Okay, we're going to have a weird edge, I think. Okay, this is really bright, brightening. Get it up under there. See if I can soften that edge a little. I got up too high. Okay. Okay. So what do you guys think? Is it too light on me, or do you think it works? I'll have to look at it closer when I get done. I'm right by this window, so that doesn't help things. Can't tell. It looks like it might be settling into that line a little bit, but maybe we can get that to not happen. Okay. What do you guys think? It's very brightening, that's for sure. It might be making my eyes water just a little bit. I don't know if I poke myself in the eye or if that's from that. I can't use the Tarte Shape Tape because it is just eye-watering for days. So, oh, I did want to show you guys something, and I should have looked to see if they even still carry this. It's an e.l.f. It's another e.l.f. product, of course, and it's actually, when I found it the other day, I thought, oh, I do have an e.l.f. concealer. It's not a concealer, but it looks just like a concealer. And I looked it up because I was like, gosh, for some reason I'm remembering that as an eyeshadow. And it is called Nude Linen is the color. And I remember now that I had bought it because somebody had said that they use it for like doing cut creases and stuff, which I'm not going to do today because I've never done one and I don't want to do the first one in this video. So, but I don't know. So if you guys have ever used this, they just said since it's sort of just, it's a straight up nude eyeshadow, that it works really well for doing cut creases. So let me know if you've ever used it. Like I said, I should have looked to see if they even still carry it, and I don't know if they do or not. So, okay, so next, we're almost done, guys. Doing good. I'm gonna use my blush. I'm not doing any contour or bronzer today because I don't have an e.l.f. contour or bronzer. So I'm just using the e.l.f. Primer infused blush, and this one is Always Peachy. It's a really pretty shade. And for that, I am taking my e.l.f. blush brush. So it's just kind of a little tapered. I have several of these. They come in really handy. They work really well. So I'm just gonna lay some of this down. It's very pigmented. Since I've got red cheeks anyway, I don't want to go overboard, of course. But it's a pretty color. Lots of payoff, lots of pigment. So just want to do something kind of, you know, kind of neutral today, nothing too bold. Okay. I'm gonna take just a little here and here. Okay, and I don't have a highlight, but I have a blush that I can use as a highlight because it's sort of got that metallic-y sheen to it. It's actually a blush. It's a baked blush. It's e.l.f. It's very pretty. And this one is called Pinktastic. And again, I'm not sure if they still carry these baked blushes or not, but if you can find one and you want to use it, I did not like it just for a blush. It's sort of this one's sort of a nude with a little bit of pink in it, and for me it works well as a little bit more of a just a highlight. See that? Can you imagine that on me with all my texture as a blush? It was a mess because I have a lot of texture, but right there I think that's really pretty. And I go overboard with my highlight more than I probably should, but it's always so pretty. You just want to keep adding. Okay, I'll do just a little on the nose, a little down here, a little on my cupid bow, and I don't always like going in the middle of my forehead because since I'm already oily, to me it ends up just looking like I'm sweaty right there. I do sometimes, so obviously, because I don't really care most of the time. But yeah, isn't that pretty? I like that. Okay, so I might just go back over just a tiniest bit with that primer infused. And that primer infused blush that I'm using is a matte shade, which is what I prefer. Okay, I did buy an eyebrow pencil, which I don't use very often, but they don't have an eyebrow mascara, so I got the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, which I think has pretty good reviews from what I've seen, and I tried the shade Taupe. Since I'm going gray, as you can tell, I usually use brown, but brunette or something, but I thought I might try a taupe and see what happens. So we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be a whole experiment because like I said, I don't usually do brow pencils. So I'm gonna try to not get crazy brows. I want them to still look natural. I think the color's fine. The reviews I saw said that it works really well. It has staying power. I think this color is going to work for me. I have pretty decent brows anyway. I mean, obviously they need to be threaded right now. They haven't been threaded since before March, but you know, they're not, I didn't overpluck terribly or anything like that back in the day. I was too lazy to pluck my eyebrows all the time, obviously. So, you know, I've got quite a bit of hair still left, which is, I'm thankful for. And I think the shape of my left brow is really great. I really like it. But this one gives me trouble. So This brow is not my favorite. I much prefer her sister. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I'm not very good at this, you guys. I just did a big mess up. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, I'm just gonna, I think I'm done. I think it's okay. I'm gonna go in with the spoolie and kind of soften all of that a little bit and get them a little bit tamed down. Only 4, baby. Oh, goodness. Okay. Can you get one? Are you okay? Okay. Just get that and then go wash your hands, okay? You okay?
No, what happened?
I don't know. Did you sneeze?
Yeah, earlier, but...
Okay, let me see. Pause, please. Just don't come on camera. I think you're okay. Yeah, see, it's okay. No, I know, but it's okay. That was all of it. That was all. There, hold that. Go wash your hands and your face in the bathroom, okay? It's okay. Here, this is the small size. It's okay. Did it get anywhere else? Okay. We had some nose troubles with my almost 7-year-old, but she's okay. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, you okay, baby? Okay. She's dramatic. Okay, but I love her. She's very sweet. Okay, so what now? I got distracted. Okay, so I think my brows aren't bad, right? I think they're okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this stuff again. I'm loving that right there. That is a lot more than I had anticipated doing, but I think it looks really pretty. So, okay, now we're gonna set just a little bit. And if you do get this, it smells super nice. It does have a big spray though. It's not a fine mist. So just be prepared. It feels fine. Like it's not big as in it's gonna leave white droplets all over your face or anything like that. But it's a mist. It's a big mist. So, okay. Yeah, I can't tell if that camo concealer is getting to my eyes or if I had just poked myself in the eye or what. Maybe it's just allergies. I'm in Oklahoma. Who knows? Okay. But this eye's about to water. And it's going to make me mad if it runs. Okay. You okay? Yeah, good. Good job. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of mascara. And I got e.l.f. obviously. And this is the Length and Volume Mascara. I have not seen good reviews of this. They were pretty bad. So I'm gonna, but the only one I could find reviewed was the waterproof. So maybe this one's different. And because it'll run down my face since my eye's watering.
Can I go in camera?
No, not right now. Go back in there, okay? So I'm gonna do this really quick. Pop a little bit of this on. Oh, and it's got like a little old school brush, which I haven't used, I don't know, since the late 80s, early 90s. But it's not bad. It's separating. It's not clumping.
And I go out to the garage to see my spray painting.
I don't care. Be careful. I don't think that's bad. What do you guys think? What's the difference?
I'm gonna get up my spray paint.
Be really careful, okay? Don't trip. Okay, I do have one. I always have trouble with my lower lashes. I think it's the way that I sleep. So I'm gonna use this brush here to sort of help.
Oh. I was like, why did it open?
Or make it worse. I don't know.
It worked. It was locked.
Okay, baby. So this one is just FYI. I can't see the name of it because I have my glasses on. But that's what it is. Hopefully it's in focus. And that's the number, which might be upside down. I don't even know. But it's just one of these little doohickeys. It helps to separate. Some people use it to put on their mascara. I haven't tried that yet. But maybe someday. But I don't think that's terrible for like, what is it? $3 mascara. I don't think that's awful. What do you guys think? I've seen worse. We'll see throughout the day if I have trouble with mascara smudging and flaking, so we'll see what happens throughout the day. But I'm not totally dissatisfied with this. It's not the most voluminous or the most length I've ever had in my life on my lashes, but I don't think it's terrible at all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Valerie, you weren't supposed to bring it in, baby. Go put it back out there, okay? It's still good. It's really pretty. You did a really good job. You'll have to wait till tonight to bring it in, okay?
Okay, let's try.
Okay, but it's still got fumes because it's spray paint. Okay, so take it back out there. You can just set it in the sunroom, okay?
Okay, it got a perfect design.
Okay, I think that's not bad on my lashes. What do you guys think? Tell me. Let me know. I like it though. I'm satisfied with it. For lipstick, I only have two. So I'm gonna use them both. One of them is a nude, and it is a nude lipstick. Beautifully Bare satin lipstick. Again, I did not check to see if they still carry it. Touch of Nude is what it's called. Looks like this. Which way am I going? And again, it's Beautifully Bare. So it is just a full-on nude. So I'm gonna pop that on real quick. I'm not using a pencil or anything. I know that a lot of people hate that I don't use a pencil, but I'm okay with my lips being imperfect. They're lopsided in nature. I do the best I can. So as you can see, that's pretty much exactly my nude, my lip color. It's full on nude. So I'm also gonna put a little bit of sparkle over it. Just because why not? So it's the only other lip product I have from e.l.f. I don't know why I only have these two. This one is the lip plumping gloss. So I've had it on over lipstick, so that's why the doe foot looks pink, but you can see this side, it's just kind of a barely peachy, barely there nude also, with just a little bit of shimmer. And it tastes nice, and it feels nice. It's sticky. It's not something I use every day, but I don't hate it. And I think that's it. I think that is my full face of e.l.f. Am I forgetting anything? I think I'm good. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty. I'll pop my glasses on so you can see that. There it is. So thank you guys for joining me. Bye-bye. Have a good day.